I'm Chef Amee Hoge, and I'm here to teach you how to play with food. We're going to be making an omelet, a nice, fluffy, hot omelet that you can make at home. The ones that you can get, in the buffets that you go in the fancy brunches on Sunday, you can do this at your house. So the first thing you got to do is preheat your pan, a nice, kind of a heavier saute pan to medium, high heat. You want that heat. The egg is going to cook quick. You want it to cook quick like that, and then throw in your veggies or whatever toppings you want to put back on. But what we're also going to do here, before we do that, we're going to keep that heating up a little bit more, is we want to chop up some vegetables. I'm big into adding vegetables into your food. You can add anything you want. Today, we're going to go ahead and add some baby tomatoes, which I think are super sweet. Generally, a lot of kids like these. You don't have to put them in there if you don't want to. Red bell peppers. I love the red color. She's going to go ahead and chop those. You done? Now I've got my assistant here, Alexis, who's going to be helping me cook up the egg. And actually in France, I was told when I went to the French Culinary Institute in New York, they said that the way they test out chefs to see how good they are is for them to cook up eggs. You'd think they'd ask them to make filet mignon, but they ask them to cook up eggs. Not too runny, not too dry, not too hard, not too soft. And I'm going to show you how to do that over here. Let's go ahead and crack our eggs. And I like to do that. You want to grab your bowl. She's going to go ahead and crack her eggs right here. We're going to add a little bit of milk. I like adding a little bit of milk. Go ahead. And actually, I crack them right here on the cutting board, because sometimes when you crack them on the edge, the inside of your shell gets into your egg. Jacques Pepin taught me that at the school I went to. And a lot of times, if eggs aren't pasteurized correctly, there's stuff on the outside of the egg that can actually be bacteria that could really not make your eggs super healthy for you. Actually make you sick. We don't want to get sick off of this. Okay, I'm going to whip this up with a fork. Now, the reason why you whip it up instead of not just plopping it in your pan is you're adding air. That's going to add the fluff. Going to add a little bit of milk. This might be a tablespoon. Okay, you don't want to add any more than that. Some people add water if you don't want the extra dairy in there. So you're adding the air in there, creating those bubbles. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come on over here, actually add some salt. Some salt. And if you would grab the onions, the peppers, all of our stuff that's going to go on top, we're going to come on over here. Okay, I've got my pan nice and preheated, medium, high heat. Most times if you mess up your eggs, it's generally because you don't add your oil. You need a little bit of oil in there. Okay, then you're going to add your egg. We nicely fluffed up our eggs. Pour that in there. You want that sizzle. All right. Then what I kind of do is you kind of go along there. Oh yeah. And it's already set. Kind of shift it around a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of onion. You kind of like to add it when it's still setting, because then it'll stick to the, I'll go ahead and stick into the egg so it doesn't fall out. A little bit of basil. I'm going to throw all that basil in there. You want to put some salt in there for me? Do a little sprinkle of salt. Nice. Got to season all the way through. Those vegetables don't really have any salt. Then, of course, it's a little cheese. All right. Can never add too much cheese, I don't think. All right. So now what you're going to do is you're going to loosen it up on the sides. Okay? And you can even do this and let some of that run off. All right? Now, this is not one of the easiest things to do, making an omelet. All right. Now what I'm going to do is you kind of lean it over and you're going to flip, okay? Got a little juice running out of there. It's all good. Sometimes there's some egg in there, there's some cheese in there, there's some liquid in there. It's okay. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get out another spatula. Probably a little bit bigger one will help it. But see how it's loosened and it's able to move on your pan. All right. It's going to firm up just a little bit more. It's really soft right now. I want it just a touch more solid. You can even get on in there and flip it over again. Okay? Just so you can't even see where that spot fell apart. That's the beauty of cooking. Okay? And what I'm just going to do is you want to bring your plate over here for me. I'm going to go ahead and slide it right on here. Okay? That's a nice 3-egg omelet. Well, here we go. Here's our finished egg omelet, nice and fluffy, nice and thick. As you can tell, it's not really flat. It's got a little gloss to it. And one thing to remember, even if you think your eggs aren't quite cooked all the way, go ahead and plate it, put it on your plate, let it cool, because it will continue to cook even on your plate up to like 2 minutes. So don't worry about it. It'll go ahead and settle and it'll be great. So let's go ahead and have a sample. Alexis? I like the cheesy bite. So would you make this at home?
I love eggs.
You could probably make this on a weekend, couldn't you, for the family? Well, thank you for joining me. I'm Chef Amee Hoge, here to teach you how to play with food. And if you have any questions or want to check me out on chefamee.com, that'd be awesome. Thank you for coming and helping me today. And we'll see you again soon.